73-mile-an-hour ball speed with the 3-wood.
Well, let's catch up once again with Nikolai Højgaard, the maiden Himalayan champion. I beg your pardon, it was his brother, wasn't it, who won that late in the day when you got up as early as I did. Anyway, he does roll that in for a birdie. I think I got that right.
Dom, I was going to ask, how do you tell those guys apart?
Well, it's very difficult. We've all made that mistake at some stage.
I can imagine. Oh, that one's got to settle.
Hey, right.
He talked about it, that this was going to be the club that was going to make or break him this week. He's going to have to get the tee-ball in play here.
Get the feeling there might be a range session after play today at the camp. To the 18th tee and Jordan Spieth.
Trying to get that wind to move it back. Might need a bounce, might need a couple of bounces.
That's the only shape I see off there, though. Straight down the left and try and use the wind and cut it back. That out of bounds to the right is so tight.
It's 6 paces off the right of that fairway.
Yeah, they moved it 20 yards closer to the fairway since the last edition was staged here in 2014, the edition that Rory McIlroy, of course, won, and he will be out this afternoon, 3 o'clock-ish local start for Rory. So just 17 players under par at the moment.
You guys a little surprised by the scores?
No, I thought when I've had a walk, it looked tricky to me. It looked like the golf course gives you a lot of options where you can lay it short of bunkers, leave yourself longer shots in, which is effectively going to make it harder, but you're not bringing any bunkers into play, or you can take 1 or 2 on. I think it offers so many different options to play. I thought it was quite tricky.
Well, I wonder whether Dustin Johnson played from the 18th fairway into the first in practice.
I just don't think I've ever seen him hit it that far left before.
Yeah, and I know why you asked me. Was that on purpose?
You shot me straight down on that.
I don't think it was. I honestly don't. It might have been, though. We'll have to ask DJ at the end of the round. Oh, my goodness. He doesn't want that one again.
Wow. I reckon you had, what, 2 yards to land that in?
About the size of a hula hoop.
Well, Shane Lowry has misleft on 13.
That is very unlike Shane. Those are some of the best hands in the game. You don't see that, but that's what that rough can do.
Up to 15, and this is an eagle putt for Hideki Matsuyama.
Oh, great putt there. That was looking on a good line the whole way as well. And it's one of them, if that goes in, all of a sudden you just leap straight up into 2 under.
Marcel Siem has this one to move within 1. Oh, Marcel.
No shame for a 4 on 10, that's for sure. You take 4 of those and run to 11 all week.
Brooks Koepka is for a 4 at the par 5 15th.
He's bringing it back nicely on his back nine.
Yeah, I was going to say he's gonna lay around. There's no doubt he's not gonna go very far. And he knows it's going to get more and more difficult as the weather comes in, potentially. Dustin is where he ended up. Coming up over that brow right there. Good putt. Looks like he might get away with a par here at the first.
Would have been a heck of a birdie, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Well, he's won the US Open, he's won the Masters. He'd love to win the Open. Came close, didn't he, at Royal St George's. And Darren Clark won Matsuyama for the two-putt birdie at 15, so he moves it under par as well.
They're always pretty nice, stress-free birdie, they look like to me.
Yes, and today is just a day, don't shoot yourself out of it, because this is probably going to be the best weather day we get this week. Just don't shoot yourself out of it today. Just hang around that even, 1 under, 1 over.
Do you think that plays on your mind when you play 9? If there's going to be bad weather, it puts more pressure to get off to a good start?
I think in the back of your mind you know what's going on absolutely for the week weather-wise.
Scott from 250 straight down the wind though. Won't be playing anything like it. Playing about the 200 mark. Tight entrance to this 15th green though, this par 5.
Just have to avoid that pot bunker that he just kind of started right over. Oh, yeah. Excellent. Excellent, excellent shot.
To the 4th, and Christian Bezuidenhout.
Lovely again. He's another real chilled out, calm fella.
Got to be a great player to win at Valderrama, haven't you, Beef?
That's from 250 for Fleetwood, just trying a little soft draw off the right.
Ooh, that's some thicker rough over there. That should be all right. We can see it from here, which is good. Jamie?
Yeah, it's not good if you miss it over there, really. 3-6, I mean, 6 iron. Might be a 7 down this wind. Slightly off the right, but there's a good club and a half behind him here, and if he knocks it up in there, you can add a bit more for that as well. He's got a pitch about 10 short here, Scheffler.
Excellent lead. I think he was right in between clubs there, and I think he went with obviously went with the right one, trying to carry the shorter club as far as he possibly could and use that wind to his advantage.
Does that bunker...
To 11. Marcel seems second at this par 4.
Yeah, this is a pin you can get at. Just let it drift on the wind.
Now, and to your point, Beef, he took the chance. He took the chance, drove it up there in the narrow part of the fairway, and was rewarded with a visual and a wedge.
When I had a walk, I thought that's the only option you can do. I thought you got to take it on, get over, give yourself a good chance.
Well, Scheffler would have hoped to have been a little bit closer than this, but it is for birdie of 15. On the world number 1, it's back to level par.
You know, when that first putt, and after he missed the short one, it can really kind of play on your mind, and he might be worried about pace on that first putt.
So the continuing adventures of Cam Smith at the 14th.
Stop it. Is this guy, he could make, I'll tell you what, he's never out of a hole with that club, is he? Never. Just incredible.
You call that regulation 4?
Yeah, that looked like a 4 all the way.
It is the most magic of magic ones, isn't it? Look at this.
Dead centre.
Time and
Perfect
again.
speed.
460 this 16th. What a great finish to this golf course. I think he's flushed it, might go a bit left. Missed the bunkers though.
It just depends on the lie.
Yeah, worst case, even if it's not great, he can run it up that green a little bit as well, as long as it's not in the bunker.
Can't believe that this is for bogey. He's been struggling on 14. Needs it. How about it? How about the par and the bogey from those guys in that group? My goodness.
Yeah, that's a bogey that'll feel much better than that.
Scott, we're the driver here on this brilliant 16th hole. What a strong hold is at the end of a round. 280 to the right-hand bunker. That one.
Oh man, it is so difficult when you've got a long hole into wind, and sometimes all you're seeing is 2 bunkers either side, and it's such a tricky tee shot.
You're aiming at that one as well, Beef, aren't you, really? That one up the right.
100%, yeah, I'd be trying to just draw it off of them traps.
I wasn't sure they could reach it. I know they can now. This man can, no doubt about it. Just got to hit a good shot. It's as simple as that on 16. Something spooked him in the crowd, a shadow or noise or something. It's typical Hoyle. There's two sort of, they position the bunkers so well here. There's one short down the left, one long up the right. You can't avoid them all.
They're staggered perfectly, aren't they?
Aren't they just?
Well, that is a long way left. He could get a break here because that's where the spectators have trampled down the long grass, and it looks like he's okay. To Spieth at 18.
Let's see if he left himself anything here. Wow. That's pretty special, actually, considering that lie. No green to work with on a downslope.
He's made that look so easy.
I tell you, the guy's, he's a genius around the greens. He's so fun to watch.
But he has got that one for a closing par, hasn't he? At the 18th, Jordan Spieth, there he is in amongst the 3 unders, 2 back of our leader. It's still Christo Lamprecht, the amateur champion, in front. Fleetwood closing. Well, it's been a terrific morning. Good-looking leaderboard. We've got plenty more to come as well, including Rory McIlroy out this afternoon. Cantley 1 under 3 to play. The US Open champions done well to make bogey there at 14. And just to whet your appetite, coming later on, what, at just about 10 to 3, our local time, Victor Hovland with Tony Finau and Justin Thomas. After that, it is McIlroy with John Rahm, so the world numbers 2 and 3 play together, and Justin Rose as well. Colin Morikawa, who won at St George's in 2021, plays with Max Homer and Tyrrell Hatton. And then about 11 minutes later, we have the man who won at Muirfield in 2013, Phil Mickelson, with Nick Taylor, the Canadian Open champion, and Adam Schenk from the United States. We're going to change things up once again in the commentary box as we go to Cam Smith on the tee at the par 5 15. Thomas Bjorn is back with Andrew Beef Johnston. And Alison Whittaker is also going to be joining us as well.
He's having one of them days with the woods where you just cannot find the fairway.
Well, here's a look at Antoine Rosson on the 10th, leaving the flag in. Well, he never really got online. Oh, the speed there from Rosner. As we head up to 18. And Jordan Spieth.
I'd say it's a good score, but that can leave a bit of a sour taste in your mouth finishing there when you're teeing it up on 18, thinking, come on, let's make a 4 here, and come on 4 under and make it a real great day.
Well, it's improvement on the other majors this year for Jordan Spieth, tied 5th at the moment. There's a lot of golf to be played obviously today, but it's a good round of golf. It's a good start. You can only play your way out of it on Thursday.
I'm looking kind of in the middle of that bush there, just right to the field.
Perfect. Nice full commitment with this. Come on.
Had to come out sideways, Scott, a rotten lie. So what a chance, this pin's just on top of a ridge, however, tough to get close to. For Scott, straight back into the wind.
Very non-committal shot from Adam Scott there. It's unlike him.
2 great lies down the left-hand side, Fleetwood and Scheffler. Oh. Honestly, couldn't get better than this. 182. The rough's not too bad down that left-hand side, you know. Far worse up the right. Well, players will be thinking of that later in the week. 182 for Fleetwood. It is a bit of a jumper, and that'll help him into the wind. He can just pitch this 10 on it, or it will release off this lie.
That's a great shot. That is, again, it's a difficult one to judge coming out. Is it going to jump? Is it not? It wouldn't be taking that again.
This is Marcel Sim for birdie. This is to go to 4 under par. Oh, that looked a little bit sensitive, that short backstroke. It doesn't work with that long putter.
And Scheffler from an even better lie, a bit further left, but no problem whatsoever into this bruise.
Hold still, please.
Yeah, solid shot there. I mean, sometimes definitely in tournament golf you are better off hitting it a bit further offline. You've got Adam Scott that's come out sideways out of the bunker, and Scheffler's hit it a long way offline, and he's got a miles better lie.
Why don't we take a look at the last 4 drives of Cameron Smith on the way in. Said he'd never been hitting it better than he was coming into this week. You can see there's a pattern emerging down that left-hand side.
Sometimes, you know, obviously it's such fine margins, and if he's played in a bit of wind, that can change something, and all of it might be a slight tweak to go and change on the range after.
Well, he is out of the rough, trying to chase it down there with a bit of a jump on 15. That's into a good spot just laying up. The good thing for Cam Smith is they're all the same way. I think as a player it's nice when they're at least the same way, then you kind of have an idea of what you need to change. If it was both ways you'd be much more worried.
This is for par for Shane Lowry to stay at level. Poor chip to here, poor chip by his standards. But a good putt in the end to match it, at least, to make up for it. So he stays 5 shots back. Over to Wyndham Clark.
Second shot, 15. See the 242 to the hole. See if he can chase it up there. Oh, that's an awful bounce. That's very unfortunate. That was a good shot. Still not a bad place to be. Lots of greens to work with.
Yeah, lovely there. Straight in the middle.
2 birdies in a row to Adam Scott quickly.
Yeah, up the slope for Scott. He's good at those, isn't he, Adam Scott? Huge hospitality right behind him. Absolutely rammed watching this group.
They've been great all week. There was actually almost a viewing party in the bottom of the hotel this morning. About 50 people watching the golf. The way that Liverpool has embraced the Open, like they did when Rory McIlroy was triumphant here in 2014. So a great vibe to it, the city, this week.
Yep, there is people everywhere. You go, come for the Open. Is that a bit of you, Thomas?
It was very dark in his room this morning when he put that on, I think.
A couple of characters in here, a couple out there as well.
Having a bit of a crack with the guys here. These Liverpudlians have got a sense of humour. I had one caddy for me for about 5 years. Now, big putt here for the world #1, and he's just, I think he's just overread him so far. Just looks like he's left a few on the top side to me. This is a little bit right to left. Back into the breeze a little bit.
Yeah, Jamie Calder there, a little bit into the breeze, just didn't quite hit it hard enough. Good line. Battling to get under par.
This is where usually Cam is deadly.
Oh, good for distance. He might have looked to hit that a little bit closer than that.
Biggest cheer of the day, this goes in. This hospitality unit will go mad if this knocks in. Just a touch of left to right. Down the hill for Fleetwood.
He's due one of them. He's hit so many good putts from mid-range. That was due.
A trio of birdies when Tommy Fleetwood joins the lead at 5 under par. He said earlier in the week, thank you to Matthew Jordan for taking the local player pressure off him. Just 30 miles from where he grew up. Tommy Fleetwood in Southport.
I think you'll find that that local player pressure grows this afternoon when he comes off the golf course. Look at that. They love their sport up here, and it's obviously one of the biggest football cities in the world, but they all get together behind their favourite golfer, Tommy Fleetwood.
Let's get on to Marcel Siem, second from the right rough at 12.
Yeah, up the hill here. Just a little bit tricky. I think that just jumped on him. Turned the blade a little bit, and now we got trouble.
These are ones you just want to knock in and get off this hole. Hasn't been the best hole for him. Yeah, good work there. It's one of them. Knock it in, get off and reset.
That's the always thing with Adam Scott. He now looks much better with that long putter. Just a longer stroke and then just let it drops down and the putter goes through. So looks better on the greens, that's for sure.
He drops back to 1 under par courtesy of that bogey, but Tommy Fleetwood has joined the lead here at Royal Liverpool. A couple of Georgia Tech boys, aren't they, in Christo Lambert and Stuart Sink, who are, well, playing some brilliant golf. Sink bogey-free out there today. Cantlake just in the red, as is Matsuyama, Brooks Koepka, amongst some of the other biggest names in golf. Adam Scott there too, just falling back there at the 16th. 17th, we've learnt already today from what happened to Lucas Herbert, will always be looming right up until the 72nd hole here at Hoylake. Back out to the golf.
And Wyndham Clark, just a fairly simple chip across the green here, and he's made the most of it. Very, very good.
He's clawed his way back in this round and completely turned it on its head. Again, you're not going to be disappointed with a 3 there, and he's still got the last to see if he can pick up a shot.
One over through 10, 3 under since then for Koepka. Just 1 under the card as he rolls that one in. To the birdie putt ahead of Cameron Smith at 15.
Yeah, a bit of a struggle today for Cam Smith. I always think for the defending champion, it's a tough week. There's a lot of things going on, handing the trophy back and a lot of media stuff. So the first round is one of those, can I just get through it in a decent way and then start focusing on my golf? This will help.
I tell you what, though, for the way he's driven the ball to be level par and the way he scrambled it shows what a top-class player he is. And if he can get in even around level par, he can hopefully sort his driving out and crack on for the week.
Well, there it is. The new green on 17, or the whole new 17th hole here at Royal Liverpool Golf Club. Not long, but I'm telling you, this is going to cause some damage this week.
Oh, and that just clings onto the putting surface by a hair. It's even smaller than it looks, isn't it, on TV when you get out there, Andrew?
It's smaller than it is, it's high up, you can't really see any of the green. And it's not comfortable until you hear that crowd.
Nice little lag down. One of the few that managed to contend in both our modern trips to Royal Liverpool in 2006 and 2014. Adam Scott was there and thereabouts each time, over to 15 with Ricky Fowler's second.
Only an iron for Ricky Fowler. It's a lovely drive down the centre. Can he find the green? It's a narrow entrance to this green. Yeah. He's playing solid golf at the moment, Ricky Fowler.
Let's see if Scheffler can knock one in. He hasn't had the best day on on the greens, but again, top class player, and he's still well in it, even though he hasn't been at his best.
It's a similar story to what he did last week at the Genesis Scottish Open. Got off to a slow start on Thursday, again on Saturday. Somehow manages to just keep himself on the flanks with a chance. Making his move on the Sundays. Something he's done a number of times this year.
Yes, as you said, Thomas, it's you can play your way out of it on a Thursday, and even if you come in level par, 1 over, it's not the end of the world, because you've got so much golf to play over 3 days to claw your way back and being with the chance on Sunday.
Well, Tommy Fleetwood making his way to the last. And look at who's here on the first. We won't miss him today, John. The only problem he has these days is his knee is really bad. I hope he makes it round.
Yeah. Yeah. Just purely off the right, on the end. Heavy.
The voice of Sam Pinfold on the bag of Cameron Smith. Remember, this is third shot.
Yeah, let's see if he can make another save here, and the wedge in his hand and into the wind.
13th tee, Marcel Sim down the hill, centre of the green. Oh, he's turned another one. He turned it too much. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Good shot.
On the green into 15, Ricky Fowler. Just under 25 feet left for his eagle putt. This would launch him inside the top 5.
Yeah, didn't quite hit it up the hill there, but he got off to a bit of a rough start. Ricky left one in a bunker and wasn't quite on it, but he's fighting his way back, and it's kind of a he's fighting his way back, and it's kind of a sign of where things are for Ricky Fowler. A lot of confidence, and when everything is against you, not playing well, you shoot 74, 75. Now he might end up shooting 1 or 2 under, even though he hasn't had his best day.
And there's plenty of golf ahead as well yet to come from Hoylake. Hasn't missed a cut since his runner-up finish here back in 2014 in the Open. He's missed a few of them though.
It's really great to see him back playing well.
Well, Bob McIntyre, this is for birdie. It's been a rough ride today for McIntyre. He could really do with this one.
And hopefully he can he can pick 1 or 2 up coming in and getting a regroup. But after last week, it can be very difficult.
Ken didn't do much wrong, did he, last week at the Renaissance? 3 holes left for McIntyre. Back to 12 with Rosner. His third. And a little ways left for par.
Is he going to bail? Is his putter going to bail him out again? He did it on 14 with a ridiculous putt.
Yeah, this is a tough one though, hopping over the slope. I think pace is the one thing that he's concentrating about the most here. See, they're 47 feet.
Again, great speed, like you said, Thomas. Great speed, and obviously it was a massive outside chance that he's going to knock that in.
Well, it was an excellent shot for Marcel Siem. It's an outside chance of a birdie. He could do with something happening after that awful double on the last. Good roll. Second shot for Brooks Koepka up the last. It's going to find the bunker. And if the lie's okay, it's not the worst of bunker shots up there. You just kind of semi-duff it out and roll it up to the flag. But he does need the lie, and you never know in links bunkers.
Especially these ones with the bottoms of them flattened out.
Not what Shane was looking for there.
No drop shot from Lowry over to Fleetwood.
That's the 3-wood wind off the left and down. It's heading left, unsurprisingly so. Needs to come back. He's found the rough and it's on the upside. It's not good, but it's in play. It's okay.
Such an athletic move from Tommy Fleetwood. Look at that, the extension through the ball. Very, very strong, works very hard off the course as well.
And Scheffler. I mean, what do you do off this ATT? You'd love to hit the driver, but you've got the out of bounds down the right. I think you've got to pick a club you draw. 3-wood for Scheffler. Can't reach the bunkers with this at 320, I don't think. 2 of these will get him home. Oh. It reminds me a bit of Lytham, this course. It's quite a narrow piece of ground, but they've done so well with the spectators. Everyone gets a view. The routing's spectacular. And what a finishing hole.
That's a good one, that. Straight down the middle of the fairway. Beautiful shot from Scheffler.
How do you see this, Thomas, this tee shot? Because you've got choices, haven't you?
Well, I seem to remember, you know, Woods always would hit these shots with, you know, that famous stinger, either with a 2-iron or with a 3-wood, and I think that's the shot you should have practiced coming in here. You really do need it on this hole. Kind of land it just on the fairway and just roll it out from there.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Get it on the deck. That's heading right, oh no. That's so be.
It's not the easiest tee shot, and as you watch Tommy and Scheffler hit that low kind of cutty one up the left side, once it goes in the air and the wind catches it, it just drifts. He's taken a huge bounce of something. He's taken a huge bounce of something there.
Hope everyone's all right down that left side, a classic over adjustment. I guess that's the reason they've crept the out of bounds a little closer to the line of play. Only 5 paces off the fairway down 18.
Well, we go away from that up to Anton Ross now on the 12th hole. Bit of a struggle here, and this is for par. And that'll drop him back to 2 under par. If you can hold that one. You never know, Beef, do you?
Got to get the ball in the hole, man. You've got to get it in the hole. It's never safe until it's in.
No, only 2 holes playing under par on the entire golf course right now, which reflects how well our leaders at 5 under par are doing, Fleetwood and Lamprecht. What a day it was for Matthew Jordan out early on. The crowd, pure joy on that first tee earlier today for the long-time member out at 6:35 a.m. with the honour of hitting the first tee shot and then to back it up, Thomas, with a round of 69. Incredible stuff.
Well, I think, you know, for any player to play a big golf tournament on your home course is amazing, but to get to play the Open Championship on your home golf course, just a wonderful day for Matthew Jordan. I really, you know, I think everybody that knows him and sees him on tour really proud of the way he handled himself today. It was a fantastic performance, and may he long continue throughout the week.
Here. See if Marcel Seam can thread one down there at 14.
Yeah, looks like he's regrouped well here, and it's easy to really lose your cool after dropping a few shots, but it looks like he's back to what he's been doing.
On to Little Eye with Cameron Smith.
Yeah, this is for Cameron Smith. I mean, this is bread and butter stuff, but this is the 17th hole at Royal Liverpool. It's not easy for anyone. This should be dancing in the middle of the green now.
Little wonder he was staring that one down.
It almost looked like it hit the flag, though, didn't it? We'll have another look. Well, when they look at it like that, you know it's good.
Straight up, straight down, straight at it at 17.
We'll head up to the 18 screen. Hideki Matsuyama. Been a little bit of a back and forth up this hole, so this is for birdie. A long one.
Yeah, solid putt there. He'd obviously take a 2-putt and walk off, finish the day under par.
It's only 22 in the red right now as we speak. This for bogey for Rosner. Rolls that one in, but falls back to -2. Blue's a par, red is birdie, black is bogey rather.
Well, this is Fleetwood on 18. You can see the ball there. I don't think the lie is too bad, but he still has to go over that corner where the out of bounds comes in. Jamie, what's he looking at?
Well, Fleetwood's not got a great lie here. He's on the upslope, but he can lay it up, you know, he can knock it down the left. It's on a steep slope, that's the issue here. You get a good view of it from behind here. So he's just trying to bunt something down. He can hit 9-iron, 8-iron, doesn't need to be greedy here. Probably a couple of 9-irons to the pin, actually, from here for Fleetwood. What a hole this is. We're going to see some drama these last 3 holes. Boy, oh boy, over the next few days.
No, you're right. 55 is the run out, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So as long as it comes down on that first flight. Yeah. Winds off to the left. Yeah. Helping, yeah? Wedge gives me a bit of room. Yeah, when you just kill it. More start line, yeah?
Yeah, it's quite a bit of room down the left-hand side for Fleetwood. Finish just telling him that. Winds off the left a bit. Don't think he'll touch it really off this lie, to be honest.
Well, he's walking after it. Well, that should be all right.
Tell you what, that was close, Thomas, to you, OB. It's only a couple of yards away, that.
Yeah, we're just trying to find it with the camera.
Just on the corner in the rough.
Rightio. Well, let's go to Patrick Cantlay for birdie. Up ahead at the green.
Solid day's work for Patrick there.
Round of 71 under par. Been quite strategic, he and his team, his coach Jamie Mulligan here. And went and played a practice round on Tuesday in the rain. They said we've got to do it at some point in time. Do it at a time that you can recover from it before Thursday.
A better chance here for Brooks Koepka. We know this breaks left to right. And that's a good day's work as well. It was a bit of a rocky start, but he's fought back well, Brooks Koepka. And you just always know that he's going to be around come Sunday.
All right, this looks adventurous for Shane Lowry. Let's get our bearings. That's over on, is that 14? 15 fairway? for Shane Lowry.
14th fairway into the 16th green. There you go. Doesn't matter where you come from. A little bit of seven about it. There was no cars parked. A little bit of Sevi about it. There was no cars parked over there, but it was a long way left. Great shot though. Take advantage of these situations when they go your way.
I think the 2019 Open champion had a little fun with that, as you need to these weeks. To Rosner at 13.
Yeah, he's asking it to go, just spun up a little bit there. And that's definitely an outside chance of a birdie, that Beef.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure he wanted to go any more of that.
A defending champion. It's just been a bit of that kind of day for him. Nothing really happening, nothing really going his way, putting a lot for pars, and when he's had the birdie chances, not really.
Well, Adam Scott's laid up for 4 here on 18, and here goes Scheffler. It's just over 290, 3 wood, narrow entrance to this green. The pin's guarded by 3 bunkers on the left-hand side.
Ooh, this is heading right. Oh, that's okay, that's good. That's excellent. That's excellent, that's brave. That's everything you want to do. And now he's got the easiest chip you probably can have. Straight down that green to the flag.
His movement's amazing, especially with the right foot that's been talked about so much. But, God, wouldn't we take his ball striking, huh?
I tell you, nobody does it better from tee to green, that's for sure, at the moment. It really is. When you speak to all our American colleagues, they all keep talking about this is striking of a golf ball that gets as close to Tiger Woods as we've seen when Tiger was at his best. And that is a big, big compliment, because that was very, very good.
Jamie, it was close to the line in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, he was never going to go over there, sort of roll to this position, but yeah, it's close to comfort on this last hole for Fleetwood. But he's got a great lie. Perfect. It's a jumper. It's going to really shoot off this lie. So it won't be a lot of club. Can't go for the pin, I think. Just take 5. Try and get it on the green from here. It's going to jump. It's going to run. It's going to be fiery, but get it on the green, make your 5. You've done your work for the day. It's not time to go for the flag. I don't think he can stop it if he goes at the flag. So he'll be playing at Scheffler's ball just inside the bunkers. If he can get it pin high, you never know, he might roll one in. But what a team these two are, Ian Finnis, Tommy Fleetwood. 160 the front I've got from that corner. 170 odd the flag, so, but he won't be playing that. This is 9-9 most, might even hit a wedge here, Fleetwood. He's just going to go. Simple advice is what you want from caddies.
That's a great shot there. I mean, sometimes it's difficult when you can't go at the flag, but you've still got to be aggressive to where you're trying to hit it and not feel like you're bailing out or being negative. That's still such a really positive shot.
Might just finish as he means to start, or the other way around for our leader Fleetwood. Been impressive today.
Yeah, he has. You know, it's a tough, you know, there's a lot of great things about the week, but it's also a tough week when you're a local player. So many things going on, so many people wanting you to do well, to keep your head down, do your work, and get prepared in a proper way. He's a class act, Tommy Fleetwood, he really is, and I think everybody in the world of golf is cheering him on to win one of these championships one day, and he's off to a good start this week.
Back to Shane Lowry at the Adventurous for him, 16, that shortened the jaws. Would have been a pretty cheeky birdie in the end. We'll have to settle for par. And a lot left ahead of Antoine Rosner over at 13.
Oh, that's a great putt there. Again, when you're putting from so far out and you can knock it close, it really does take the pressure off. You don't want to be dealing with 5, 6, 7 sort of 3, 4 footers all day long with a bit of breeze, and it really does make a difference.
And they're not huge green complexes here compared to at least 12 months ago. St Andrews are massive. Here's the champion from the 150th, Cam Smith, down the last.
Okay, this not being an easy tee shot, but trying to cut it off the left side there. That's tight. Yeah, we just found that left fairway trap there. He's going to have to lay it up. At least it makes his mind up, and he knows he's going to have to lay it up and leave a good number. This is one of the special things about playing in the Open. The walk down 18 is just one of the most special walks. I think say it is the most special walk in golf. As you see the big horseshoe stand that comes round, I'm going to say 60, 70 yards before the green, and the walk-up's amazing, honestly. It makes the back of the hairs of the neck stand up. It's such a special walk.
It is, and you won't be able to enjoy it until you've found the green down the 72nd hole, depending on what your lead is. It's going to be brilliant. Will Tommy Fleetwood be there on Sunday? Currently in a share of the lead. Let's go back to 16. Chance to get to -2 for Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, misread there. Would have been one of the very few birdies on 16. That's not playing easy today.
Surprisingly, 18 as well. Par 5 is over par for the day.
Scheffler, what a chipper this man is. Dead straight up the green into the wind. Digs it out, spin it.
Back to birdie coming next. So a chance for a final four coming for the world number 1.
Yeah, lovely. Really nice. They're always good when you see them just rattle the back of the cup and go straight in the middle of the hole there.
Delighted to say that Jay Townsend has joined Andrew and myself in the commentary box. Afternoon to you, Jay.
Good afternoon, and it's so great to be here. My favorite week of the golfing year, the Open Championship.
We'll throw it down to Jamie with Fleetwood's birdie putt.
Yeah, well, with 2 putts all day long from here, that won't turn much. It's just pace, quite slow, this one.
He knew right from impact there, Beef. He just didn't get the strike he wanted.
Yeah, like you said, as soon as as soon as it comes off the putter, you generally have a feeling if you've left that a bit short or you've hit it too hard.
So a little work left to do to sign off today. And round one for Tommy Fleetwood. There's the 18th over on the right, getting ready for the next group to get their afternoon started. Some late tee times here this week, there always are. And it's the group of Victor Hovland, Tony Finau and Justin Thomas. What a three ball this is. Some mouth-watering groupings this week. And it's going to be the world number 5, Victor Hovland, who's impressed in majors all year long, to go first.
This is game number 44. On the tee from Norway, Victor Hovland.
Stayed in it at the PGA all the way to the 70th hole. One errant drive took him out of contention. But his finishes at the Open have been 12th and 4th. Making his third appearance this time round, coming in with form and confidence as well, Victor Hovland.
He was there all last year, right to the very end. Different test this year. Just a wonderful driver of the ball.
Yeah, again, what absolute flusher he is. And for me, when you look at someone like Victor, some great finishes, and he narrowly missed out, but it's a matter of time.
I guess you could say the same of Tony Finau, really, their stories. He's now a 6-time winner on the PGA Tour. He's barely finished outside. In fact, he hasn't finished outside the top 30 in the Open.
He's a guy that can play so many different shots, and the conditions at the Open suit his game. It's the putting which can hold Tony back.
It still always amazes me the speed he generates and the way he hits it. I mean, it still amazes me.
On the tee from the USA, Justin Thomas.
On the world number 1, now the world number 20. What's happened since he took the PGA Championship, his second at Southern Hills last year.
And another guy's really struggling on the greens this year. Such a talent. He's trying everything. We saw him on a Saturday make a birdie on 15 at Colonial. Very next hole decides to try for the first time left hand low. He's just so much struggling on the greens. He's gone into the whole aim point thing, and Justin Thomas, I think, you know, if you look at him, you're a JT fan, you're just thinking, okay, just go back to your natural athleticism on the greens the way you do from tee to green.
Definitely. Sometimes you can just completely overthink it, and sometimes you need to go the opposite way and simplify it. Come on, Tommy, knock this in. Lovely, what a great round he's had. Always nice to knock that putt in on the last for par and come off. And as a crowd favourite, and I think he's going to be right up there come Sunday.
How much do you think Fleetwood, being somewhat a local, just has to keep his head down and away from all the hoopla this week?
Oh, 100%. But I think he's perfect person for it, and I just think he's so chilled out. He's looked so chilled out all day today.
6 birdies, just the one drop shot in that round of 66, 5 under par today for Tommy Fleetwood. Scotty Scheffler gets his final 4. 2 birdies on the way in since 15. Sees him with a round of 70.
It's what the great players do. I don't think he's had his A game today, but he's come off under par and he's right in the tournament still.
Something he's done for about the last, well, year and a half now, I guess we can say. Down to Marcel Siem at 14.
Long range birdie putt here. Did the right thing with his approach shot. Played away from short siding himself. Hang on there. That's a little aggressive, but putting away from the sea, down breeze. He's a good mutterer.
he's having a good battle with himself at the moment.
Adam Scott up ahead. Unfortunately, signed for a round of 72 after 3 dropped shots from 16 onwards. Double bogeyed the last, out of bounds with the drive. Cam Smith third.
Again, if he can get up and down here, he's deadly with his wedges. Yeah, tough pin to get to today, being downwind, but you wouldn't bet against him to knock that putt in and come off level par. And I mean, I think it's a brilliant round the way he's been off the tee today.
Yeah, didn't find the temptation to be overly aggressive. Cam Smith trying to get himself back into the round. What a round it was, though, from that man, though, a smiling Tommy Fleetwood. Enjoying the walk, enjoying the view, especially when he looks over at the leaderboard as well.
Coming off by
it never ceases to amaze the Open.
I think there is just so many great players. And any one of them can pop. And any one of them can pop up and shoot a low score and come out of anywhere. You're seeing a few guys hang on now on Thursday. And staying in the tournament, as I said, Thursday, and staying in the tournament. As I said, there's just so many players that can win this tournament.
Important to note, each of the last 23 Open champions have been within 5 of the lead after the opening round, so it is important to keep yourself on the flanks. If that stat is any indication. Back to the first with Tony Finau.
Yeah, this hole is a long, thin green. And distance. And distance is key here. Or that.
Like that.
Just flush it straight. As I said, I'd be aiming sort of middle green when I looked at this, and you're never going to be more than sort of 15 foot away, but you just flush it straight at the hole.
Abraham Answer for a birdie 2 at 6 to get it. The red numbers. Hello.
1 under through 6. Nicely done. More to come from Answer. Back to the first, Justin Thomas.
And Thomas, comfortable cutting the ball. He can play that driving cut shot into a right to left wind to a right hole location. Be careful about ballooning it coming up. Now he's going to be on the downslope, pitching up, landing on a down. That's a wicked tough spot.
That doesn't look pretty to me.
So the group of Wyndham Clark, Xander Schauffele and Cameron Smith at their final green. Nice little opportunity to finish it off with a dash of yellow. For Wyndham Clark.
A couple of sixes on this course today, which you don't really like. On this card today, which you don't really like. Oh, excuse me. No, that was... Scratch that.
The other Clark?
Yes.
That old chestnut. Just to get within one of the lead, though. Just like that. For the US Open champion.
Most people around the world, Wyndham Clark would not have been on their radar. Very difficult and good golf course at Wells Fargo, and then world stage came from nowhere to win the U.S. Open. Everyone in the States knew who he was and what kind of talent Wyndham Clark had. And what kind of talent Wyndham Clark had.
Just shy on speed there, but cracking first round, and yeah, he'll walk off the light with that start.
quickly confidence can change in this game. He'd barely been inside the top 70 at a major, with 6 goes before the US Open victory. And there he is, 2 shots back after a round of 68 today.
Again, this second shot. Could suit Hovland here. See, that's when I said, that's where I be in the sort of middle of the green.
But you know, you're aiming middle of the green. Push it a little bit, you're right next to the hole. If you aim it at the hole and you push it a little bit, now you're struggling to get up and down. So 100% agree with what you're thinking.
Yeah, it's one of them. You aim it, and if you can shape it back in and stop it. Shape it back in and stop it a bit quicker, but you're not going to get greedy on the opening hole.
This is the next group to go. Oh, we've been looking forward to it all day long. It is game 45 and it includes Rory McIlroy, Jon Rahm and Justin Rose. And it's going to be McIlroy to play first.
This is game number 45. On the tee from Northern Ireland, Rory McIlroy.
He's the only Open champion in the field to have won on this very golf course. He comes in filled with confidence after a 2-iron to remember and the title last week at the Genesis Scottish Open.
Pretty cool. He's the only one to have ever won the Irish, the Open, and the Scottish Open. I mean, when you go back through history, 3 great events, McIlroy the only one to do it.
Left field, see down the right side. Should be okay.
On the tee from Spain, Jon Rahm.
The world number 3, the reigning Masters champion, said it would be incredibly special to be the first Spaniard to win an Open since Seve. He got the green jacket on his birthday as well. He is a man to watch this week.
Heading right like McIlroy.
On the tee from England, Justin Rose.
The last time he came to Royal Liverpool, he had the same odds to win than Tiger Woods that week. He is back on the top table of golf after his victory at Pebble Beach earlier this season as well. Justin Rose. And what a group this is. Rose, Rory and Rahm